Hello everyone and welcome to the channel. So in today's video we are going to be talking about the Barcelona squad. It is going to be regarding the transfers, the players' fitness, and the minutes of some of these players. Then we are going to be talking about the meeting that was held earlier today in Barcelona, and one of the key points they were talking about within that meeting was about Eric Garcia. And let me tell you, we do have some great news for you guys regarding this player. But first we are going to be talking about the Barcelona squad. So tomorrow we are going to be facing Cornella. It is going to be Cornella versus FC Barcelona for the Kings Cup round of 32. And knowing that this is the round of 32, knowing that this is not the most important match at the moment, there is going to be many players that are going to be expected to make their debut, and many other players that are going to be getting more minutes than they usually do get within a league match or a Champions League match. And it says here, according to Adria Albets, 5 players from the Barcelona B team are training with the first team ahead of the game against Cornella. Players like Collado, Mingueza, Moriba, Konrad de la Fuente, and Tenas will be featuring in the first team. They also did have Serginho Dest, who was doing some individual work. And so when it does come to the Barcelona B players, they are no stranger going up against this team. We also do have the director general named Andres Manzano for Cornella. He also stated that some of the Barcelona players will have played here at Cornella many times over the years, such as the 21-year-old center back Oscar Mingueza, and other players such as Jordi Alba, Sergio Busquets, and Lionel Messi. So they do go a long way back. And in the previous match, Barcelona B has also played against Cornella about 2 months ago, which did end in a 1-0 win for Barcelona B, with a goal coming from Alex Collado. Now, just because we did have the B team take down Cornella in this way with a goal coming from Alex Collado, that does not mean that Cornella cannot cause damage towards the Barcelona first team, because this is also the exact same team that has beaten Atletico Madrid 1-0, which did take place about 2 weeks ago. So one of the players that is going to be watched the most within this game is going to be Alex Collado, a player who has not debuted for the first team yet so far in this season. And we're also going to be wanting to see Ricky Puig, Konrad de la Fuente, but I do believe that because we have not seen Collado yet within the first team, knowing how well he has played with Barcelona B and seeing that golazo that he has made, which was the Olímpico from the corner kick, we should expect to see Collado eventually within the first team and perform extremely well. And now I do want to move towards Serginho Dest. So in the previous match, Serginho Dest did leave at halftime. It was very unclear whether it was because of his injury or it was because he was not performing well. But through time, we did see that Serginho Dest was substituted out because of an injury. And it says here that it is official that Serginho Dest suffers from a muscle discomfort in his right thigh. The club doesn't specify his time off. This means that he is also out for tomorrow's game against Cornella, so he will not be playing in this Kings Cup round of 32 match. And the one player that is expected to take his spot is going to be Mingueza. Mingueza is a player that knows exactly how to operate within the right back position, and we also do have Koeman, who has made it very clear that Dest will not be playing, and I quote, "In principle, Dest will not be able to participate." And in the match against Elche, we're going to have to wait and see. So I do not see Ronald Koeman's Barcelona really struggling with Dest's absence, especially for the next 2 games, because Mingueza is extremely decent as a right back. He does have a long history playing as the right back with Barcelona, and so I do expect Mingueza to play extremely well and provide great results for Koeman's Barcelona. And now the next player that I do want to talk about is going to be about Lionel Messi. Now, when it does come to this player, I know that we almost talk about this player almost in every video, but there is a lot going on with this player right now because we are now in 2021. It is January, a month where he was expected to leave, and so there is a lot of noise going around this name here. And so I do want to point out 3 different things. Number 1, Messi is going to be banned. Messi will not be playing or featuring in this game. Number 2, Koeman has explained throughout the pre-match press conference that Messi's fitness is absolutely well. He is doing extremely fine. He has no problems and he has great enthusiasm going forward through this season. He understands that Messi was upset within that match against Atletico, but he does see him doing very well regarding his fitness and where his mindset is currently at. And then moving on to the final point, which is point number 3, and that is about the PSG and Lionel Messi situation. And so yes, ladies and gentlemen, this story does continue to exist because again, we are in January of this year of 2021. This is the month where everyone does expect Messi to leave. And so there is going to be a lot of questions asked towards Ronald Koeman, and there is going to be a lot of news coming out regarding Messi and PSG through the media. And one of the reports that has came out in the past couple of hours did come from Fabrizio Romano, and he has stated PSG is really trying to plan and try and sign Lionel Messi if he ever does decide to leave. Neymar wasn't joking when he said that he does want to play with Messi again. But besides that, Messi's decision will come after the elections are over. Then we also do have Ronald Koeman trying to address the Messi to PSG situation, and this is what he said. If you ask me about my interest in Neymar and Mbappe, I would say yes. I do not know what might happen in the future. I can't comment on them, but I will try my absolute best to get the best possible squad in this team. And so look, the Messi rumors of him going to City or PSG, those rumors are never going to rest unless the presidential elections are over. So it is going to take some time, but you also do have to feel a certain way for Ronald Koeman because at the end of the day, he is a coach of Barcelona, and the fact that he is hearing all of these stories regarding one of his best players to leave his club during the time of him managing this Barcelona team, you must feel a certain way. Because as a coach, you don't want to be that coach where you are going to be saying that, yes, I coached Barcelona and throughout that time, Messi did leave. You never want to be part of that history of this club where Messi does decide to leave. But I do believe that this Barcelona under Koeman, I do believe that this is a team that does convince Lionel Messi. And the reason why I'm saying that is because we are no longer that team where we need to ask, okay, who do we need to transfer out in order to improve this team? We are no longer that club anymore. What we are is this. We are a team where we have to ask, okay, how can we get better? And who do we give more minutes to? And those are two completely different things because we used to be that team where we had to ask, okay, we need to transfer out Rakitic, Vidal, Luis Suarez, and many other players. But in this situation, I do believe that we have the players in order to grow. We have the players where if we can give them more minutes, they will continue to progress their game. This team is young. This team is able to be molded into a great team that can compete against high-level teams. And I truly believe that Messi does see that. I do believe that Messi is seeing this and saying, this team actually has something. These group of players can actually provide for this club for a very long time. There is a foundation here. And now I do want to talk about the starting 11. How could our team look like against Cornella in the round of 32 for the Copa del Rey? And here's going to be my predicted starting 11. I do expect to see Marc-Andre ter Stegen in goal with a defensive line of Jordi Alba as our left back, Lenglet as our center back, Araujo as our center back, Mingueza as our right back. And then as for our midfielders, I do expect to see Frenkie de Jong as the central defensive midfielder. Then this is where things get very interesting. I do expect to see Riqui Puig start against Cornella and Moriba, a player who has not made his debut for the first team. And then as for the front three, I do expect to see Konrad de la Fuente start as the left winger, Martin Braithwaite as our center forward. And then as for our right winger, I do expect to see Alex Collado start against Cornella. I do think that this is a starting 11 where it is going to give many youth players a chance to show their quality and show Koeman that they are ready for the first team. It's going to be very exciting. If we can see something close to this, I will be very, very happy. I do think that many fans will actually be very happy within this game. And then as time does go by within the 70th minute or the 80th minute, I do expect other players to come in, such as Pedri, maybe Antoine Griezmann, and Dembele. And so now I do want to go on to the next topic of today, and that is going to be about the meeting that was held earlier in Barcelona today. So Tusquets and the candidates, which is Freixa, Laporta, and Victor Font, did have a meeting earlier today, and they were going to be discussing how could we advance these elections before March 7th of 2021. And surprisingly, before the candidates did arrive in the Barcelona building, there were 3 men in that boardroom already, and that was Tusquets, Ronald Koeman, and the assistant coach Henrik Larsson. And what is the reason why they did arrive much earlier than the presidential candidates? It is because the sporting decisions need to be made, and one of the players that's on the line of becoming a Barcelona player is Eric Garcia. That is a player that is going to be discussed within the meeting alongside the election date. Ronald Koeman has explained multiple times that Eric Garcia is a necessary arrival, and within the last meeting, the only presidential candidate that was in favor of bringing Eric Garcia in this January transfer window was Victor Font. But now with this meeting here, their goal was to have the final say. What was going to be the future of Eric Garcia to Barcelona, because there is only 10 to 11 days left within this transfer window. And it says here, according to Sergi Sole, Ronald Koeman was presented for 45 minutes, and during during the meeting, he had explained his needs to the candidates and signing players in the winter market, with other names such as Memphis Depay and Eric Garcia on the table. And then immediately when that meeting was over, it is official, and coming from Fernando Polo and Fabrizio Romano, they have stated that there is an agreement to announce the signing of Eric Garcia as the free agent in the summer by next week. And multiple other sources have explained that Eric Garcia will arrive as a Barcelona player in the summer, and that is going to be the final verdict of this transfer. Eric Garcia will become a Barcelona player. Barcelona are going to be announcing Eric Garcia signing sometimes in the next couple of days, and he will not be coming in this winter transfer window. And that's huge, right? Finally, we have the final verdict and the final conclusion of Eric Garcia moving to FC Barcelona, because I do think that this does give time towards Ronald Koeman on how he's going to be approaching his defensive line for the rest of this season, because he did need answers. He needed to know, what players do I need to rotate? What players need to be absolute starters within the defensive line once we do head into those important matches throughout the rest of this season? And so it's huge news. And I do think that because Eric Garcia is not going to be coming in this January transfer window, yes, it does affect our depth in some way. We do want some players because Gerard Piqué is currently injured. Umtiti has been a player that has shown that he cannot be consistent enough when it does come to his form. And it has also been explained that Mingueza is still very inexperienced when it does come to playing with the first team. And so yes, I can see why there could be an argument being made that there is not enough depth within our center back options, but I do believe that the main reason why Koeman wanted Eric Garcia to move to this club as soon as possible, it was because of the skill set Eric Garcia does provide on the field. Koeman has always wanted a center back that's very good on the ball. Barcelona historically have had a center back that was great on the ball, and that was Gerard Piqué, a player who was a great distributor when it does come to finding those players in the middle third of the pitch to start the attack. That is greatly important when it does come to running this Barcelona system on the field. Barcelona needs a great center back that's great on the ball and provides pinpoint passes. Eric Garcia is that. Eric Garcia fits the profile, and that is what Koeman does see within this player, and I do believe it is the main reason why he wanted Garcia to come to Barcelona as soon as possible, because it was going to greatly help Barcelona to move forward as a collective. But that is it, right? He will be coming in the summer of 2021. We should expect an announcement from Barcelona that they will be signing Eric Garcia in the coming days. So that's going to be it for today's Barcelona pre-match preview. Let me know what's going to be your predicted starting 11 and your predicted score against Cornella. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys are new here, welcome to the channel. Please like, subscribe, comment, and I will see you guys in the next video.